Alvaro Carpe that leads. There's the 94 of Guido Pini, superb. He's got to get out in front, and here he goes to make the move again. There's just 3 laps remaining now of Rookies Cup.
Onto the green and beyond. Veda is in second place. Your pole sitter, Rico Sal.
He is really pushing it now.
And of course, people who just watch Red Bull Rookies, you will have missed the fact that
action side by side with Alvaro Carpe. Carpe has the advantage on the brakes.
He does indeed. Miller in 4th. Carter Thompson up from well down on the grid into 5th.
Valentin Perot
in his very first junior GP weekend, his first race weekend of the year, in fact, having returned from injury back in Portugal. Quick scan through the bottom of the field as well, a bit lower down. Morelli's up to 12th, he's fighting with Ramastor.
I think it is that's in 3rd place there. It is Salmella in 4th. He's from
Mal. He got 2nd place and a win in his very first outing in that class. You're looking at a very special offer. In 11th place, Pons is up there to claim some more points in 13th. Danish's weekend goes from bad.
Pole, he knows he's got to do better. He's got to have a better result here. He's got to get that win that has been a little
young Italian. He's now on the hunt to try and join this leading group here in Rookies Cup.
Yeah, superbly talented, isn't he?
To worse, he's 14th, unfortunately, the Malaysian.
And Uriarte has the advantage going into the chicane. Can he get out of it? Eluded him since his first Rookies Cup season.
Yeah, brilliant stuff then. So out we come through.
And he's a lovely character. So sad that he missed most of this season through injury. Well, he does get out of it well. He's still got the advantage over Alvaro Carpe. Peroni up into 3rd place.
Turn 3 on towards turn 4. It's Carpe, Peroni, Veda, Rico. Here we go then. It's being stretched. Carpe pulling the...
Chies is 4th. Then the 54 of Veda Pratama. Now, I wonder if Veda and Chies goes up into 3rd.
Carter Thompson, Brian Uriarte's made a much better start. So, 2 riders who have got terrible starts. Good pin, 144.8. How about that then? But Pini, 144.
I wonder if Veda's got a bit in hand. He caught that group superbly. He hasn't yet shown everything.
Comparatively, Chiles and Morelli.
Right, we'll see what Chies can do with that. So he does give himself
0.5. He is catching them, but they are pulling the pin. Seemingly that pace in the start of the race.
I think there's 2.5 laps to go.
And it's Uriarte and Carpe just there, a little bit of breathing.
Well, a lot of work to do. Brian Uriarte picks up another place there. And in this, as he said, I just got bumped around. Yes,
it was just that little bit slower, perhaps saving some tyres.
Well, and are they off? Well, did they touch the green there?
Space for the moment. You've got Morelli, who's got a long lap penalty for exceeding track limits too many times. Marco
today didn't make a good start. Things got messed up early on. He needs a better race if he's going to get the exit. Uriarte and Carpe, they were very close to it.
They are yet to get really not having a great race today, unfortunately.
No, as I say, his season's been like that. A great race, an ordinary race. So after that cup win, he lost the lead by 2 points to Alvaro Carpe yesterday.
A track limits warning, as you see KJ Monignane stopped with a technical issue. That's a big shame for him. Sometimes his own issues, sometimes out of his control, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, anyway, he's not going to...
We've got Brian Uriarte looking up the inside of Salmella again then. Look at that. That's not really the South African.
And really, it's not... is it closing up in front, in fact? He's going to have a long way to... he's going to struggle to get points, I think, when he does the long lap with only 2.5 laps remaining.
Stereotypical overtaking spot for these rookies' bikes. He narrowly avoids exceeding track limits as well.
Because way back to Ramersdorf in 11th, it's showing on our timing screen as one group, and there really isn't too... Well,
here we come.
Back we are then with Alvaro Carpe just ahead of Brian Uriarte.
Well then, so he picks up another place. Up into 5th goes Brian.
Yes, he's a different man today. I think he's much in it between the leading groups now.
Yeah, you've got... Yeah, well, it's under a second.
See, they've got about 4 or 5 bike lengths lead now over Pratama, and that's absolutely superb. He's not going to be mucked around like he was yesterday. He's already in front of Rico Sum.
Between each rider, even back from Pini. So Moodley, Christian Daniel Jr.
and Chies and the rest of them. The crucial part of the rally. Oh, but he has a nasty slide there, but he saved it.
Carter Thompson, Julia Pugliese, Leo Ramersdorf could well be joining that party as well, as Brian Uriarte goes very, very wide.
Obviously, they're going to come down to 2 laps to go after a couple of corners. It is yesterday's winner, Alvaro.
Really, really strong. I did see actually he started, of course, from 7th on the grid, so he did. Lennox Famara has actually crashed out, unfortunately, but it says rider okay.
Carpe that leads. Chies goes inside for Pratama to take 3rd place.
Regained quite a few places in that opening lap, although he'll cross it with just one gained overall.
And Navarro. Yeah, I think you saw Brian run wide like that yesterday. It's very odd. Perhaps he just gets himself
getting pushed back again at the moment. As we see on Pini's, he's managed to cut back on Pugliese. He's brought in.
He has the advantage, but only just from Valentin Peroni, the Argentine.
Rocher Moodley off the back.
You know, in too deep there somehow, and that he lost a lot of places there yesterday doing the same thing, but he's dropped all
in with him as well. So we've actually got 8 riders now towards the end of this, potentially battling for the podium positions for this group. Then the number 11 sits in 11th place as well. He'll be looking for redemption after yesterday's crash.
All the way back now to 5th place.
Then you got Moodley just off the back. How far off the back? Half a second. So 2 laps to go. He's really.
Brian Iriarte up into 3rd place. He passed Veda Ega Pratama going into the 1st corner.
This is a much different road.
Right, the lead is with, and that's the 48 of Lemmix.
You got to get a wriggle on now. Mind the green, boys.
Brian Iriarte takes up the lead. He's got Chies on his tail.
Basically seeing that compared to yesterday, can tell the riders that have done their homework overnight. They knew exactly when they needed.
Ferrara, as you say, he's okay. He's obviously rejoined the race.
That's 2A and 2B. He went down then, I think.
Then it's Carpe, Peroni. Pratama is there.
To improve. You spoke to Brian, he said he sounded a little bit lost almost. He wasn't sure what he did wrong, but he certainly here's what happened to him. Yeah, front end washed away. Going in. That's, I think. How long?
Changing direction. That's so tight, so ragged. It's
to find it today.
That's right, indeed. He's up into 2nd place. He's past Valentin Peroni. He's already on the tail. What happened to Rocher Moodley yesterday?
Yeah, basically similar crash.
Right, so back with the leaders then across the start, really getting the pressures on, and Rocher has dragged that go back into contention. It is of the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. Yes, he didn't pinpoint just what went wrong. He just was a bit miffed, but he's up and finish.
You got Pini. Pini's caught them. He's in this group now then.
And there it's back. Now what? 10 men battling for these.
He's going up the inside. Yeah, he's going up the inside of Pugliese. He's taken.
Certainly got it sorted now, hasn't he?
Stand up, Austria. Your boy Leo Ramersdorf for the number 5 is in 8th place.
For the lead, it's Valentin Peroni on the 73. Pulls out late on the brakes. He goes past Alvaro Carpe.
Enrico Salmella, who Pini pushed wide then. They are off the back here. The riders starting to. He's in this leading group, vying for a potential podium then. That's a great start from him.
And Brian Iriarte
didn't get to speak too much about Valentin Peroni yesterday, but he has spent the entirety of his to try and avoid the slipstream, hugging the white line. Then Pini on the back of this group once again. Here we go down into turn 4.
Takes the lead. He takes the lead going sideways past Alvaro Carpe into the downhill right.
Summer break training in Malaysia with Hakim Danish and his trainer, and plenty of the up-and-coming stars from. Or it's 1.5 laps to go.
And Brian Iriarte can't make a mistake here. He's drifted wide. Yes, hander.
He is an intelligent and fun lad to watch, isn't he? Brian Iriarte. Malaysia, very much used to the heat, even though he was suffering so far this weekend. He's also grown.
And he drifted wide today. He pulls the tight line. He's got it right. He's got a lap and a half to defend the